Hello, hello. We're about to talk about the Flurry Sports Fantasy Football Pirate League. First one, hopefully we will be doing it a bunch. If you have not read the article about the explanations about the league, what a Pirate League is, if you're watching this on Twitter, I will tag the article right underneath the stream here. 1 second. Okay, it's right there. Otherwise, go to flurrysports.org if you're watching this someplace else and read it. I will also, let's do this. Let's talk about it here. Okay, so the Pirate League, what is a Pirate League? We're going to go through it, and then we are deciding the draft order for the league tonight, draft tomorrow night. And the biggest thing you got to know is we are going to be doing content for this the entire season. We have a Twitter account, FF Pirate League. Go give that a follow. There's going to be the entire league has access to that Twitter, so we can be doing smack talk, cutting promos on our opponents. There will also be announcements about league-related things there. We will be having articles about it. Let's talk about what a Pirate League is, and then you will understand a little bit why you will be wanting to watch these videos, watching these smack talk, watching like what is up for grabs here. So a Pirate League, in its most simple form, I guess you could say, like when you beat your opponent, you usually get to steal someone from their team. That's basic. A lot of people like these leagues. The people who don't would say it's because teams get overpowered or underpowered immediately. So what we did here, we implemented a few other rules, a few things that are unique to our Pirate League, and hopefully you guys can take this going forward. One thing I put in place here, so when you win a matchup, you have two choices. You can force a trade with your opponent like we talked about just a second ago. That's the typical Pirate League thing. Another choice is you can steal that team's entire fab budget, so you can basically be limiting them the rest of the season, like that they cannot grab somebody off of waivers. On the flip side, you get to control the waivers a little bit, especially if you're the only one who steals the fab budget. So you're rolling into week 2 with $200. One person has no money. The other people have 100. If there's a big name free agent, a big name injury, that's your guy. Otherwise, you can force a 1-to-1 trade. Now, every single week, teams will be given $5 to their fab budget. So if you get stolen, if you have $100 stolen right away, you're not fully out of it. It also means, week 10, you're going to have $50 if you don't spend anything. That's also worth stealing at that point as well. Now, the way to limit this overpowered teams, these underpowered teams in terms of trading and stuff like that, you can protect a player. And actually, we're going to be able to protect 2 players. Now, this is where our Pirate League becomes completely different than anybody else's. So, Thursday, before Thursday Night Football, you will be locking 2 players, protecting 2 players, but they must be in your starting lineup. That means if you have Christian McCaffrey on bye, are you going to start him so you can protect him, or is he going to be up for grabs on your bench if you lose? That's where that strategy comes in. Also, the players you lock before Thursday Night Football, you have to lock into your lineup. So let's call it the Julio Jones factor here. Julio Jones is questionable every single week. I don't expect that to change. Are you going to protect Julio Jones? Maybe he doesn't play on Sunday. If you protect him, you're starting him Sunday regardless. So you can protect 2 players. That's the issue. You're also going to be submitting the 3 players you are targeting if you win. You do 3 just in case you pick 2 of the players that they protect, yada, yada. Let's say you target 3 players, right? Your opponent has 2 of those players protected. Then that 1 player you're going to force a trade with at the end of the week if you win. On the flip side, maybe your opponent is protecting a player that you didn't really want. So only one of the three players you are targeting is protected. Now, with those two, you can decide between the two who you want to trade for. So you're locking things in early. You're locking in your targets. You're locking in your protected players. You're locking in some of the players in your starting lineup on Thursday. That's where that FF Pirate League on Twitter account comes into play. We will be announcing the players protected, the players targeted. You will know who is up for grabs for every single matchup, every single week. And you're going to be people like me who wants to be calling out somebody from the league, like saying, I want to be cutting a promo. I'm going to be saying, I'm coming for this specific player. You better beat me, because if not, I'm stealing them from your team. That's what's going to be going on over on that Twitter account, I'm sure, all season long. I have a feeling people will be targeting me specifically, trying to come for me. So there will be plenty of smack talk coming my way as well, I'm sure. Of course, smack talk gets a lot quieter once other teams start to lose. So it'll probably be me cutting promos the entire season over there, but that is still worth it. So go give that a follow. On top of that, it's a super flex league, which brings more value to the players you're trying to steal. Obviously, it gives value back to the quarterback position. It's not just a top 3. You're looking at the top. It's a 10-team league, by the way. So you're looking at top 20 quarterbacks, really. You want to be stealing them. Again, you may want a third quarterback on your team in a super flex league. That makes sense. But they're going to be on your bench. They're going to, you can't protect those guys. So, yep, it's a PPR super flex league, 2 wide receivers, only 6 bench spots. There is an IR spot. Players on IR can be stolen. But yeah, that is it. Let me know if you have any other specific questions about how this league is going to run. Again, everybody involved in the league will have access to that Twitter account, so definitely worth a follow, and then they can tag themselves in it as well, so you know who is tweeting. Give them a follow there. But without further ado, we're going to be deciding the draft order. So let's do this. Okay, we have 1 spot left to fill. We're not sure who that is, so Team 10. Randomizing this here. So this is not just the draft order, okay? This is the order. Now we will be putting it, let's see this. It actually worked. Okay, so now we assigned people to a player. We are about to stream the Thursday night football game on Twitch. We are going to be simulating the game, and whoever finishes with the most fantasy points, amongst these people, who do I got? CD Lamb? Okay, that's cool. Whoever has the most amount of points, fantasy points, PPR, is going to get the first overall pick. Obviously, second most, second, third most, third. And again, we will be announcing that on the FF Pirate League Twitter page. There will be an article coming out. Tomorrow night is the draft, so we'll have the results from that. And then all of a sudden, Thursday comes around, and we will need to, Trevor's talking to me right now. Thanks, Trevor. But then right away, Thursday's coming around, we will be needing to lock in players immediately. So this is going to be moving really fast for week 1. Things will start to settle a little bit for week 2. I will be having a new player on my team, which is good. And it's definitely worth watching. So again, Twitter, FF Pirate League. Go follow that. If you want to watch the simulated Madden game coming up here, I need to go do that. That is twitch.tv/Flurry Sports. Go ahead and check that out. If you have any questions, just tweet them at me. Otherwise, the article, again, on flurrysports.org has a lot of explanations. But yeah, later.